if you're a you think of yourself as someone who thinks for themselves. You're open-minded and to different perspectives, such. The example that comes to mind is like me being in school feeling like it was a prison. There's bells for lunch and rules and gates, and you're not allowed to leave. You have to raise your hand to speak. Like, it just felt not like a place where education and was cultivated, but like where a specific byproduct was created with a goal of what that specific byproduct looked like, i.e. A+ student. And I think like, you can have different perspectives in that context as a student. You can go, this shit's jail, this shit's ass, this shit's bullshit. No one cares, and like, I think something that I struggled with for a long time was like seeing the meaning in applying myself in school. I think everyone wants something to apply themselves to, but not everyone is blessed enough to necessarily find that thing or be exposed to that thing or a way to do that thing. And so I feel a similar, there's another perspective of school, which is like, this is my way out of my situation. I never had that perspective. In hindsight, maybe had I had that perspective, I'd be in a different situation. I would have been able to go to USC or NYU, which is like where I wanted to go, but I didn't care enough about school to try. Because I just thought it was silly. It's like, in order to get in these schools, you have to have good grades to then study the thing you want to. Anyway. It's Ryan Holiday's book. He's got a book called The Obstacle is the Way. And the obstacle in the path becomes the path. And I think what's stressful is it's not all the amazing things you already have that we often so frequently take for granted. Because those aren't there's typically like a thing or a few things. Like, there's always problems, there's always something that we're navigating, and I think like that's life. At every age, every stage, it's a different obstacle, so to speak. There's no destination, but I think we kind of create this mindset that like, oh, once I'm this, once I'm there, then I'll be good. And I fall victim to that, definitely. It's very hard to enjoy the process. It's very hard to do the boring shit, to be consistent, so a couple things I want to do. This last week was better than the week before. I wrote a new song called Understood that I was going to put out, but I then became perfectionistic about it. And then I also saw this clip from, what's his face? The dude who works with Jack Antonoff, who's an artist and has a band himself, talking about albums and how important they are. And, over the last 5 years, what is it, 2025, 2020? 5 to 7 years. I found out about Russ in high school, but Russ has been a big influence on me for sure. And I think his approach has been singles, breakout, and then albums. Granted, he started with albums. And look, I came up, so to speak, and it's still coming up, but like in a time where we were kind of realizing it was a singles market, you know. It's kind of been the situation for the last 7 years. But anyway, this has been something that I've navigated from an artistic standpoint. Is like, do I make album? Do I just keep making singles? I feel like for both, there's like this love and full belief in the thing while making it, and even while finishing it. And I just think when it comes time to put something out and then do all the work associated with marketing it, it just doesn't come. It's funny because I feel like I'm an idea machine when it comes to other people, but I don't know what it is about marketing my own stuff that I just get in the way, you know. And then I just make like whatever TikToks or short form videos that are quick. Part of it is time. There's only so much time in the day, and I have work and things along that line. But so a couple things. One, with regards to my debt, a couple things that I would like to do this next week is H&R Block. Try to get that refund, because then I could pay down debt a few grand. So I would be getting a mic, but I've got debt to pay down. Now, if they close both my accounts, I don't know what that process looks like. That's been a huge stress. I'm not even gonna lie to you. For a while, I wasn't really speaking on this, but I think kind of like I've said before, no one's fucking watching this, at least right now. If you are, what's up? Shout out you. Let me know in the comments. I read every comment. Typically respond to every comment too. But I think, one, it's cool to document. It's cool to look back on like 5, 10, 15, whatever fucking years ago. And I have that on this channel. I've got college vlogs, and part of me wishes I had more of that and didn't stop and was more consistent with that. That's part of the goal with this. Even though this is just ranting, or not ranting, but like talking head rant, so to speak, for like however long. I would like to continue. I would like to have that consistency. I think that's the thing. Is like, bro, like I understand, or like I know, and people say, oh, there's a difference between understanding and knowing, or like faith and believing, and like, oh, for sure. I know, like, it's like we know the right foods to eat, stuff like that, right? Like, we know some level. We don't always act on what we know. And so I know consistency is key. I've heard that millions of times. The hard part is picking the thing to be consistent in and saying no to all the other things. Like, there's just we're inundated with information and opportunities and distractions. And look, I've been consistent with music over the years. I still feel like there is so much to learn. And so one of my goals with regards to music, I'm just going to put like fucking money sign and music sign. Split it in half. So with regards to music, I'm thinking like pick a song on guitar and pick a song on piano and just learn that for the week. Say 1 to 2 songs. I almost feel like it should just be the same song. Learn 1 songs. Practice guitar, piano, singing. I think that'll help with that, instead of just fucking around. Because I find myself either just fucking around or fucking around to produce something, which I don't do frequently enough on the guitar. There was this really cool course app that I took. I forget what it's called. And like that's everything I know now, which is like a fucking grain of sand in the fucking beach. If that of guitar, I learned from that app. And so have all the apps. It's just about doing it for 5 minutes a day. Because I really, I want to get better. It's like I want to learn Spanish. It's like I want to be a millionaire. I think we have this issue where it's like we want these things, but we don't necessarily do the work behind it. Okay, so that's on the music side. So yeah, with regards to this like album fucking single dichotomy, I'm so over this like fucking industry telling you how to live your life shit. Part of me wants to do both. Like what I really want to do is like lock in for a month and just focus on the album. Like do nothing else, have nothing else going on and accept that. Like, the tricky part is finances and work and debt, and I've fucked myself in that realm. I admit that. And I think if I could go back and tell myself like, I don't know, I've always just valued that freedom, and I feel like a lot of the things that I was spending money on to get myself into debt were in the category of bets on myself or like essentials, but with interest and just with a realistic plan to pay it off. It's like, bruh. So yeah, anyway, yeah, so I would like to do that, to do a project. I definitely believe that I will do that at some point. That time might not be right now, and I think for now singles is probably the way. I'd like to get 1 to 2 songs out a month. I have 1 from January, Lord knows. I've got 2 pretty much done. I just need to upload for February. It's the 9th, so I gotta get on that. Also for beats, make a beat and upload it to BeatStars, BeatStore. Like I don't need a batch. I mean, ideally I do, but like I think that's where I get distaste from it. I think if the only thing I'm changing from my current process is just once I make a beat, assuming I don't like it and write to it. I mean, you could even say even if I do, but get it up. I think that's the tricky part, is my beats have always been made because for me. And the ones that I don't write, I send to other, or I don't love for me, I typically send out to someone else. Or if I have someone else in mind as I'm making it, I'll send it to them. But I think the only thing different here is like, just make beats for yourself. Try shit, but also right after, upload it to BeatStore, BeatStars, Distro, and YouTube. Okay, another music tab. Make 1 short form video a day for Zico, playlists, and beats. Why not? 3 different accounts. 1 video a day. And post on, just put parentheses, and YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Apparently TikTok's gonna be canceled, apparently is what I heard from my TikTok friend. Okay. Great plan. Those are the 4 things that I want to aim for this week. Okay. On the music side, on the financial side, I have till the 13th to come up like $8 grand. So bed, which I don't have. I've got an appointment for my dog tomorrow. So it cost me a few hundred. It's just, pardon me on that. It's it's a reality. There's only so many hours in the day, and like, I understand I can only trade my time for money for so much. You have to have skills, i.e. a lawyer. You can charge more for your time. You can sell a product. You can create assets like music or videos that can be consumed while you're not present, so that you're making money while you're not there. Ebooks, courses, whatever, things along that line. And you have to often put in a lot of work for no money up front to then make a lot of money for little work. And that's been the macro plan with music. I think for now it's like, dude, I'm working at this restaurant. I'm not doing this assistant job anymore, so now I have some more time in the morning. And I'm gonna go run 18.6 miles in a bit. So yeah, it's what, 17 hour plus tips. It fluctuates, and it's I just like I think that's a frustrating thing. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to complain. I definitely feel like I am leaving meat off the bone. I feel not great about that. I don't want to beat myself up because I don't think change comes from that. There's no logic in that. I'll have to be putting out more stuff, videos and music. I have to be. And I think calling Chase to explore options. Another idea that I had is borrowing money to pay off debt and pay that back at lower rate, so they're still making money on their money, but less than the bank is, or maybe like less to do each month. It's such a not great headspace to be in, bro. I really don't like it. I don't like feeling like not free. Yeah, I think it's also like, I don't know, you never have the full picture and you never want to make assumptions. I think it is tricky seeing. Bro, the obstacle's away. I might edit this one a little bit. It's like, it's already what time is it? 9:43. Shit just takes time, dude. Like, it really just takes time. Like, like big picture shit, but also like day to day. It's like, I feel like it's hard to feel like I'm making progress. But like, if I can really make a beat a day and get that up, just practicing for 10 minutes, 60 minutes, make a beat and get it up. "30-minute short form video. Work on new music. Plus finishing." Oh, and write a 16. It's 3 hours. We get up at 9. 9 to 12. 12 to 4. Maybe try to get to bed. As soon as possible after work. Plan tomorrow. Reflect. Cody. Cody. I also feel like this late ass fucking schedule is not good for me, especially like living with someone who's getting up at 4:30. I just, Cody, please stop. Fucking thing for the week. It's also tricky because I've got Cody. Fucking blood work. Cody, stop. There's just life shit. There's fucking. was gonna say I've got a weekly fucking rant that comes out every Tuesday. I've got accountability on Saturdays, and then Tuesday. But I usually do that fucking rant on Sundays, and then Tuesday night I have replay back. So it's like a different beginning of the week, like 4 different days, like with a 4-day span. I think also like looking at apartments, 1-bedroom apartments. To save money. I think also applying to jobs. Like even that idea just hurts, bro. It's like not. I don't know, bro. There is a different reality based on money. Like you're just. I feel like maybe just because like my whole fucking life I've had these crazy ass fucking dreams, and I've seen people who gave up on theirs. I've felt the energy from people who've given up on their dreams, and who put that energy on you. And the only difference between, obviously, like your actual fucking work needs to be there, but like the only difference is like a financial reality. And not that I feel like I need to prove anyone wrong, but like I feel like this weight of like pursuing this fucking thing for so long. I just want to get to a place where it's like I fucking did it. I got to where I've been working towards. Not that there's a finish line, but like not that I necessarily need to keep moving goalposts. And not that I want to aim too low, but like at to me, like this fucking first step is like, hey, how can I just, it doesn't even need to be millions of dollars. I just want to get to a place like, I mean, obviously I would want to work towards that, but like I want to be in a place where it's like, instead of having to go work for someone else, instead of having to fucking serve tables, I can just wake up, work out, and make music, and like spend time with people I care about, and just keep growing and like learning, and like that's just a fucking dream. And like I know it's a reality. I know it's not that fucking crazy to say. Like it's not like I'm saying headline the first concert in space. You know, someone's gonna do that actually at some point. So it's not even that crazy to say that either. But like all I'm saying is like make enough money to live on, maybe a little bit more than enough. Have no debt, be financially free, be creatively free, no fucking restrictions on what I can say and what I can make, and just be myself and create and inspire people. Like that is a fucking goal that I've been working towards forever, and I know it's fucking possible. And it just like I feel like it's just like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders if that me being in that position. And like I know it's possible. I'm not even asking like to be the best in the world or like to have a Grammy or like fuck all that shit, like platinum. Like yeah, that'd be great. Those are goals. It'll be great when I win a Grammy. It'll be great when I go platinum. It'll be all that's great. But bro, like there's Grammy Award winners that are probably working job. You know what I mean? Like it's to me, I feel like I've struggled with just this balancing act of like, and there is there is a, you know, something to be said for not being in a position where you are getting by dependent on your work, right? Like, for example, if you are making money off your music fully, you don't want to mess that up. So you need, like there's other realities that come with that. I'm aware. And so I get that, but having some level of freedom, I know that there's no such thing as just like complete peace of mind and you're good for life. I mean, getting to a place where you're just good for life on money, like, is different. I think there is something valuable about hunger and pushing yourself, but like, bro, there's no reason I should just be working to live, like just to get by. It's like, obviously to do this music shit, I'm not going to Super Bowl parties. Like, I'm not kicking it. I'm not going to friends' shows. I'm not going out. I'm not doing shit except work and sleep and exercise when I find time. Although I should be better about that. That's another thing, is exercise daily, fucker. I just feel like somewhat of like a scarcity of time. I hate feeling like that. I think it's, and then I feel overwhelmed. It's a scarcity of time, scarcity of money. It's like, bro, that's all you fucking have. It feels like sometimes it's like almost like powerless. It's really hard to create from that place. I look at the clock. I'm like, T minus X amount of hours till I have to be at work. It's like, I just don't think you can get work-life balance. I can get work-life balance until I'm doing the work that I want to be doing and getting paid for that. And I know it's fucking hard. It's 2025. Literally since 2015, I've been making songs. Like, man. Okay. Had a session this week. Went well. So that was good. Like I said, I made a song this week. Got a party for a remix of a song that came out next week. Super stoked about that. I hope that song fucking goes. And the pub comes in and all that beautiful things. But yeah, I had the worst guest I've ever had in my time in hospitality, which unfortunately has been a lot of time. Not unfortunately, like, it's, I don't know. I don't want to look pessimistic or entitled or sound. I don't want to come off that way or even be that way. But there is a certain level of like knowing your worth and like believing in yourself, and not that there's certain things that are beneath me, but like, you have to believe you're capable of more. And the fucking friction between that belief and sometimes the reality I find myself in is frustrating. And then there's other times where it's like reality's completely different from me, and I'm like in a session and I'm like, oh yeah, yes. Or I like, someone tells me a song's coming out and it's like, I see their numbers and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not crazy, like, just keep going. It's like, just like this fucking like two realities of just like, and it's so hard to, it gets hard to see it sometimes when a lot of what you've been seeing is not that. And I know I just did Lamp, but like, I've just, I mean, dude, coming out of Lamp, I've done significantly less music. So much less than I did while at Lamp. And it's like, you know, I was like driving in a car and now I'm back walking on my feet. It's like the progress. I'm still making progress, but it's like, so that's essentially where I'm at. I think we'll see, because my first payment credit card wise is due this upcoming week. I applied to some jobs in Nashville. I would definitely send it to Nashville, I think, especially if I got a job out there in music. Reality is, I don't necessarily want to work in music, at least not in LA. No, I just don't really want to work for anyone. I don't fuck with politics and all that. I had a coworker invite me to some party last night after work, and it's like, bro, like, it's funny. I don't know if I talked about this in a previous video, but like, I went out a couple times while working at 11 Madison Park, and it's like, bro, just skip it. I'm not going out. I got work to do. You know, it's okay. I'm at that point where it's like, I have a really hard time going out to things unless it's, yeah, just like really. So, yeah, I've got more clarity. I think also we'll see what the fuck it looks like financially. I don't know if it's bankruptcy or if it's borrowing the entire amount of credit card debt, paying that off, and then setting up a payment plan with the person I borrow it from, and then just staying out of debt and just saving, which sounds so fun right now, to just be able to save and make a savings account for Cody's fucking shit, make a savings account for travel, make a savings account for music. I mean, I think like after last night too, bro, like it was just literally the worst guest encounter I've ever fucking had in my life. I've worked in hospitality for 10 years too. And my manager was like, don't go back to that table. I was like, I wasn't planning on it. But when he said that, I thought he was saying, don't come back tomorrow. At first, that's what I thought he was saying. And there's a little part of me inside that was like, kind of hoping. And I don't know if that's self-sabotage or if it's like just genuinely like this, like. And then right after I walked away, like thinking like, what if he had said that? Like, why did I feel a little excitement? I'm like, bro, like, I need to be making money right now. Like, I can't afford to not have this job. I'm granted I'll find another restaurant job. I'm not tripping. But I'm just like, I don't know, man. I want to get to that place. And I've put a lot of work in, and I just want to start seeing fruits. It's just the truth. And not even like crazy fruits. Like just even, I don't know. I just have so many other people's fucking frameworks in my head. You know, I've got like the perspective of people in Israel and like people in just whatever war-torn countries and just like people around the world that like, and I'm so blessed, bro. And I feel guilty complaining. And then I feel like I have friends that have 6-figure pub deals or whatever. And it's like, bro, like, I know it's possible. I've got friends making 6 figures off their own shit. And I'm like, bro, come on. Like, it's not that crazy. I've got homies in their 20s, late 20s, like. And it's like, I know it's possible. So when I say it's not that fucking crazy to make 6 figures off your shit, off your own shit, I know it's not that crazy, you know? And then I have people being like, bro, 6 figures would be crazy to get working at some place, working for someone. It's like, I've got that. I've got all these thoughts in my head, bro, as like different perspectives on a situation. And then I've got like, when I say not crazy, like 6 figures, like, I'm not talking about 8 figures, because I know that there's people making 8 figures my age. So it's like 10 figures, whatever. Like, I'm not rushing that process, but when I say fruits, like, and I know there's like little win, and I say little, you never know. You only connect the stars looking backwards, and I am grateful. I am extremely grateful. Bro, like on my DistroKid, I've made $1,600 over 8 years. 2018, 2019. What was my first song? 2017. Curious, DistroKid. Bank. This is on my music and shit that I worked on collaboratively. $1,614 since October 2017. 8 years ago? So I mean, like, some more fruits than that. And I'm definitely grateful for that, but I'm grateful for everyone listening. I'm grateful for 650 months of listeners. I just also think there's this level of like, and not that like I'm coming from this place of complaining. It's not that. It's just like knowing that I'm capable of more. So I've had this feeling for a long time. It's hard to communicate it too because it's such a niche fucking experience. Maybe other people feel this way too, but I don't really talk to people about this shit because it's not something a lot of people can relate to. You know, how many people have worked on music for 10 years, sacrificed, not gone out, skipped Super Bowls, skipped all that shit, worked in hospitality, skipped whatever, like, taking big ass fucking risks, bet on themselves, kept going. It's just like, and I'm sure there's a lot of people, you know, I'm sure there's people in harder situations too, so it's like, that's where my mind goes to. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. There's people who have it worse. It's like, yes, I'm not complaining, you know. Look, there's a reality in which it never fucking happens for me, you know, and I just keep chugging along. And it's just like, I signed up for that too. I still would rather live my entire life and know that I tried, I did what I could, and I gave my fucking all, and like, it wasn't meant for me. Like, I would rather know that, and I will feel satisfaction at least, than, you know, I won't feel like, damn, bro, maybe I should have done this other. Like, and to me, when you feel that way about something, and you put the work in, how many people didn't figure it the fuck out? You know what I mean? Like, how many people gave it their fucking all for years, for over a decade, you know, took risks on themselves, bet on themselves, believed in themselves. How many of them didn't make it? I would like to speak to them. And when I say that too, I say that from a stance of like, didn't stop. Because I think there's a lot of people that pivot and just do something else. It's like, anyway, like what I'm talking about is Zico as an artist, as a recording artist, as a performing artist, touring artist, and Zico as a producer and songwriter with and for other artists. Like, that's the lane. The John Bellion, the Ryan Tedder, the Jack Antonoff, so on and so forth. You know, Mike Posner, whatever. So like, and I know it's possible, bro. I know. And I know I'm capable. I know my shit's, I know, like, it's so frustrating at times because, like, bro, I really know, I have this knowing and belief that my shit is up there, if not better than some of the shit that I hear that gets numbers. And I'm just like, I think that what will probably happen is it's just gonna happen and it's just gonna go, like it's just gonna hockey stick, you know, it's gonna out of nowhere, and I don't know what that is gonna be, what the straw will be, but like it's gonna go from 645 monthly listeners to 645,000, like type shit. It's gonna go from 15,000 on my top song to like 15 million or whatever it is. And that feels so fucking real and attainable, you know, whether it's opening up for someone, doing small tours, like I don't give a fuck. I can't not do this. You know. I feel guilty taking a week off making beats, taking 2 weeks off making beats, taking 3 weeks off. I feel like in shambles. Like I just can't not do this. Like, and there's so many other things that I love and care about too, but like, this has been my fucking sole focus for years. It's like, bro, like, and yeah, like at times I feel somewhat of shame, I guess the feeling is, not having reached certain points, like seeing people like Mr. Beast, like my age, doing crazy shit that no one's, like Amazon show and fucking the pyramids, and like, bro was obsessed with YouTube and look where he's at. It's like part of me goes, damn bro, maybe I should have just like put this effort and obsession into like a different thing. Like sometimes that thought comes up. It's like, I don't know. And then I overthink shit sometimes, and like in session or whatever. It's like, you just gotta keep going. That's why I say keep going. That's why that maybe this is the thumbnail. Bro, it's also that's why I keep going. Coming back to purpose. Like this shit I made with two friends, Gabe Nakovich and Andrew Sauter. Shout out them. Both now engaged. One's married with a kid. Sauter's got engaged. Shout out Sawteezy. But anyway, I wrote Zico. I don't know if you can see it, but it says ZCO. The palm tree and a wave. Because I was in Tucson, it's like a palm tree and a wave. And I was like, bro, this shit's corny. Like all the colors and all the fucking... I'm like, bro, like I'm not going to put that up on my wall. I was like, what is something that would fucking be a reminder to me, or what's something that would be cool to me? I said, keep going. And that's what we tell each other. There's this Chance the Rapper and Future song called My Peak that had leaked on SoundCloud around that time, that Gabe had, I don't know, one of us sent to the other. And Chance had this line that said, I just got a text that said, keep going. And we just kept telling each other, keep going. Like, bro, was that 2017? 2018? I mean, yeah, that's around the time that I put my first song out. I remember asking the two of them for feedback on my cover art for No Limit. Sauter shot the video. I remember sending them a bunch of mocks for No Limit. And Sam Morrison was in the video. He loved the song. That's why I put it out. 2018. He went on to start Early Rising, and I think he's like interviewing people now. I don't know. But like, I've been so bad about keeping in touch with these people that like at one time were so close to me. Sharif Akani, we did Sherlock Homies, which is just on SoundCloud because it sampled like an Al Green song. And coming back to purpose, like it's not just about me. Like I think that's a great metaphor for early on, from the beginning, I knew it was going to take a while. I mean, it had already taken a while before this first song, because it's not like it was my first song I ever made. I put out like 2018, I put out in high school a tape called Fall Tape, a tape called Winter Tape. I think I made a tape called Summer Tape that I never put out, plus probably 3 to 10 singles at least, most of which I took down. My first song on SoundCloud is with Sam. And that's where I met Daniel at this club. That's crazy. It's all coming back to me. I don't know why I'm just ranting about this right now, but like this will be cool in years when we pull it up, and whoever dives in. But I remember, what was that, my second semester, freshman year. So I met Daniel and Sam at this a cappella club. Daniel I still talk to every fucking week, but I need to follow up with those boys. Sam kind of popped off. Like, he started managing some artists, and he did Early Rising and all that shit. But anyway, yeah, my first song on SoundCloud was with Sam. Called Neverland. I think it's still there. It's crazy. I don't even pop up on this bitch. Yeah, and then I also had a mixtape called Teen, or Neat, whatever the fuck, that I took down with Lil Bit that Nat Jen put out. I mean, there's these different Zico eras that no one knows about because I never popped off yet. Wow, 6 years ago, Zion Gibbons, Z-Give did an interview. It's crazy. 7 years ago, in the studio, I took this Zaytoven beat, and that shit got 3,200 views, plays on there. No days off. 8 years ago, Neverland. Wow, that's crazy. That's Max on the producer tag. My brother, damn. Listen to this. What? Wow. I'll send that to her right now, or after this. Anyway, yeah, literally 8 years ago it says. Let me see the date that I uploaded this. I don't even know if we're still recording, but. Wow, the caption. The moment you doubt whether you can fly, you cease to forever be able to do it. I feel like there's a lot of people in the world that doubt. Look, I will be honest, there's moments I've felt doubt before. But I've never given up that belief. And I've kept going all this fucking time. I've like through fucking. Is there a date on this? I want to see a date. I want to see my fucking date. Show me a date, bruh. I don't see a date. Anyway. It just says 8 years ago. I don't even know how I started going on this tangent, but like, yeah, plus fucking Mitchell Dolphin, Mitchell Levy. He did ASB's Most Wanted. There's a mixtape and an album, I think, that I helped out with, and like, plus doing Nathany shit, plus doing phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, phase 6. This year's phase 7. That's after Fall Tape, Winter Tape, Neat, for sure. There may have been more, I can't remember, but I mean, that's 10 projects essentially. I guess including this year. Plus a bunch of remixes and shit that collabs and features and whatever, production and all that, like. And the phases was like understanding that it's a single world singles market. Is it still rolling? Oh hell yeah, bro! First hour, we're about to hit an hour, dog. The phases was like understanding it was a singles world. I found Russ What They Want or some shit. Lapped by Russ. Put the timeline together on SoundCloud. I found that shit 9 years ago. So a year before I put my first song out on SoundCloud. Now remember, I took all my shit down before that. Like all my high school shit I took down. Before college. That was my first song I put out in college. 2.6 million plays. This song. This shit just hit. So anyway, Russ was on the single shit. He was putting so much stuff out. I just remember he popped. I remember doing Frat Rush freshman year. And like, they were playing What They Want. But I was early on the Rush shit. And he kind of broke it down. Like, you know, we live in a singles era. He put out 10 albums and then he started putting singles out. Anyway, I was like, bet. I was kind of early on the fucking Waterfall shit, I think. Because I was like, bro, I'm going to do 10 song project. But I never called it an album. I just called it a mixtape. Because I was like, whatever happened to mixtapes? Shut up, Chance, rapper, and Future, or Young Thug, and Lil Yachty. Anyway, I gotta go run 18 miles, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But it's been a journey just to get to Lamp, dude. I mean, that was just college. That was high school. You know, I was going downtown LA for fucking open mics, paying $5 to perform, sometimes twice a week. Songs you can't find on SoundCloud. Maybe No Days Off I did a couple times, but unreleased shit. That's how I would test stuff, especially in Tucson too, and through shows with Marcello, also known as Max Bennett Kelly now. Like, there's just so many people that I can name drop that I came up with that are doing it. Colton Rubin, like in different ways, and it's just like, you know, Daniel, like it's, and people I've come to collaborate with, Nathan, like fucking Kenji, Steven, Fensty, like Bungalow, like you know, I'm writing credits with Steven and production credits with Bungalow. It's like, granted, I don't think Bungalow's doing it full time yet because there's 4 of them, but like, I don't know. I'm really not trying to complain. I just think it's important to, coming back to why, it's like music resonated with me at a time where I was fucking lost, bro. In high school. And then in college when I felt misunderstood and lost. There was a lot of podcasts and stuff too. And still music. Music is always and will always be the soundtrack to life, you know, for all of us. And so to be able to help to contribute to that is like the coolest thing in the world. Fuck the fame, fuck all that shit, bro. Like, yeah, that's cool. The money's cooler to me. Just the security and the freedom. But whatever, if it comes with it, I'll take it and do my best with it. But it's about impact, bro. It's always been about impact. It's about how can I use whatever assets and skills I have to not only prove to myself I'm capable of making it happen, but also prove to myself I'm capable of making it happen. More than proving people wrong. That gave me that energy, that aforementioned energy. Or said shit verbatim. To inspire people, to create opportunities for people and jobs and whatever, and to create work that resonates and will be here after I'm gone. Like, I saw this tweet yesterday and some artist was like, the purpose of life is to leave behind artifacts. And I was like, artifacts? An artist makes art. What is art? You know, what is art? It's like, if you think about, I had just watched the Mr. Beast Pyramids video too. It's like, if you think of, which I feel like is a pyramid propaganda, Egyptian pyramid propaganda. Anyway, still cool nonetheless. You see, like, thousands of years ago, all they have is these fucking paintings on the wall. Like, Mr. Beast in the video even said, like, is this the YouTube back in the day? It's like, bro, all we have, when you talk about timeless shit, when you talk about timeless music, when you talk about this song still giving me the same feeling, yes, singles, Russ, single motherfucking, granted, he does albums too, and so that's why it's like, yes, Jack Antonoff, you're right, but I'm more of a Russ than I am a Jack Antonoff, just artistically. And so it's like, learn from the people before you. And that's probably what the idea behind this is too. So if you're next up, keep going. Hopefully that ages well. I believe it will. And bro, this song's still.
Yeah,
I get my inspiration from my own potential. Damn, I don't want to. I'm gonna get copyright claim.
Fuck your taste.
I know what's hot. I got my own credentials. I'm my own instrumental. So I don't want your beats.
I'm in the game, you're in the stands.
I don't want your seats. I'm heating up. Check
My numbers, discover around the world
like Columbus.
I'm the one that's been determined by my confidence. Always down to politics, like show me what the offer is. Us starting to build like who brought us into the offices. The accomplishments been stacking kind of nicely as of late. But I'm trying to get this flying, to get this dime, to get this cake.
I think only go on socials if we're posting. Huge. Or like intentional learning. Like a video, breakdowns, whatever. Like, to me, what I'm thinking about the energy that this gives me is like, bro, make some shit you believe is dope and show someone else out there. DIY, pick the phone up, hit record, and go film a fucking video and to hopefully find someone else that thinks it's dope. It's like, fuck the critics and rinse and fucking repeat. There's no chorus. It's 240. Fucking 20-second intro. Come in is the quicker that you exit. I'll be patient for my entrance, because the quicker that you come in is the quicker that you exit. Bro, if I popped off at 18, 17, 19, I'd be long gone already. So it's like, I know it's a blessing that hasn't happened yet, but yeah, bro, it's about creating shit that resonates with people, that makes people feel shit, makes people feel less alone, whatever. Like, and sometimes I'm not the vessel for that, and that's why I love collaborating with other artists too, and being a writer and producer and helping get songs out. It's like, that's why I'm here. I know it is. That's why we're all here. It's like, how can you leave something behind? And look, it doesn't need to be some fucking crazy. It doesn't need to be the Michelangelo. It can be, or the pyramids. It could be leaving an interaction with someone feeling better about themselves than they felt before that interaction, you know? And like, to me, that's the goal of all the shit that I work on, which is like a whole. Another thing is why I don't necessarily fuck with the rap beef going on, but like, anyway,
And the more you fight the processes, the less you really let it unfold how it's supposed to. But let me pause the coaching, cause my Spanish chick just rolled through. Don't get cold feet, baby, I know you got on snowshoes, but come here, let me coax you. Got a little liquor, yeah, I guess that we can smoke too. Tried to put her on, but she don't believe enough. She ain't that rough, she ain't I'm trying to pull this paper off, smirk at all the skeptics, piss all of my neighbors off. By neighbors, I mean peers, and by peers, I mean
people that doubted me over the years.
Cause I was living out their fears, it's that no excuses, make a movement or get left. I couldn't do
a 9 to 5.
I felt like that was just a trap. I'm not racing around with rats
for a little bit of cheese.
I'ma build my own factory, retired 33. I'm just rhyming on an island, just trying to get this motherfucking what. This is for the young
ones on this shit, no excuses.
Young ones
Really on it, no excuses. it's like, I think the most important thing is you just have to not give a fuck, bro. Stop giving a fuck. Think of the pyramids. Think of the fucking pyramids, bro. Like, can you tell me the guy how he was insecure? Like, no, nothing fucking mattered, bro. Like, can you tell me how Michelangelo felt when he was making the? It doesn't matter. Like, all this bullshit, all this noise. Make something dope. Leave some art behind, some artifacts. Get better at your craft. Enjoy life. Do your best. Leave the world a better place than you found it. Do your fucking best. That's it. Man, I think being intentional with releasing can be a song every week. Like, if you've got it like that, if you really do. And it's like, bro, I've cared so much. I've been consumed by these fucking other people's opinions of me. It's just like, fuck, dude. It's really hard to get away from that. Like, even like I'm saying this shit now, it's like, bro. Anyway, it's 10:30. I'm gonna go run 18.6 miles. Got a marathon in 5 weeks from today, or actually 5 weeks, a month and a week from today. At this time, I will have already done the marathon. So I need to train for that marathon because I've not been on my shit. So, last 5 week push, but yeah, man, I feel. I say absolute certainty that I'll make it happen. And it's like, first of all, it's all God when it does. And second of all, it's not from a place of arrogance, but from a place of who show me who's put the work in that I've put in, the time. And I'm not saying that like I can coast. I'm not trying to coast. I'm trying to finish this beat, get it up, and write a 16 and do all the things every fucking day and get better. I'm pushing myself to get better every day, bro. Who's done that for years and hasn't made it? Please introduce me to that person. It's just like, it's like law. It's like gravity. It's like, who has thrown an object of weight up and it hasn't come down? Like, it's the same principle. Who's planted a seed, watered it, given it sunlight and soil, and like the plant hasn't defied gravity and risen through the ground and grown, like from a fucking seed to a fucking oak tree. Like, I know that these things are possible. We just get bogged fucking down by the fucking bullshit of daily life. And that's why I'm saying, like, this space I'm in, and like even reflecting on all this, and like even the stuff I'm talking about now is like where I want to live. Because I like I said earlier, the energy of stress and worry and financial and all this shit is just like, it weighs on you, and it's just like fucking makes shit blurry. It's like wearing prescription glasses that aren't for you. It's like, you can't ignore that stuff though. And so the obstacle is the way, you know, and I think these other things help so much. Whether it's journaling, physically writing shit down, talking out loud to someone or to the camera or to your voice memos or whatever the fuck, getting decent sleep, exercising, meditating, eating good food, like all the things, getting sunlight, painting, drawing, like intentionality, purpose. So that's where I'm at. It's the 9th of February. We've got the remix for Taking Off coming out shortly. I believe this month we've got some Bungalow stuff coming out. I'm super stoked about that as well. I think also there's a couple other songs coming out. Specifically, so I've got maybe a Hazel song. I've got the remix for Taking Off coming out. And then I think another Alexandra John song. And then I think a few songs on a Bungalow project. So stoked about all that. And then on top of that, just more Zico stuff. We're going to be doing, like I said, at least one song a month. That I can for sure say. I'm aiming for 2 though. Because I just, and bro, a fucking video a day. Like, come on. What are we doing? You know? So that's where I'm at, bro. I'm so over the these are so valuable to me because I just feel like, I'm sure if you watch from the jump, like my energy and I feel like clarity and conviction and confidence. And anyway, we'll survive, you know, we'll be all right. And I really want to make it so that I can pull up these clips when I was fucking 40, 50 grand. Like, bro, like, I really want to make it, yeah, just partly just to be like, bro, like, it's just so much more inspiring once you're at that place, you know? So, the fuck is that? Sorry. I'll deal with that after. All right. That's it for this week. If you actually watch this far, please comment below. That would be sick. If you watch to the end, comment below. And if you pop back up and like, if you're here 10 years from now, I mean, look, I have no music online from before 10 years ago. So I think 10 years from now will be cool. That all that I just said, granted, not the stuff before No Limit. So, starting in college, I suppose, even though I did a lot of stuff before college, but even the college shit feels so long ago, bro. You have Neverland and all that shit. I worked with Sharif and Nat Gem, and then you have the Sunday sessions, and you have Engraves, and you have Nathany, and you have Sanan and Season, and 3 Months Remaining, and that stuff never came out, but some of the songs, I guess, from that period I put out in phase 4, whatever PCH and all that shit was. Phase 4, I think. No, phase 3. No, phase 2. 2020, yeah, COVID. Phase 3 was, yeah, after that was yeah. Like, each of these tell a period of time for me. Phase 4, bro, and then going to New York, being back out here in LA. It's funny because this whole time I was like running. That's when I first ran my first marathon too, like phase 2 or phase 2. 75 hard, like all that shit, bro. Just pushing myself, trying to get better, bro. Phase 6 last year. I don't know, I feel good about phase 7. But we'll see, man. We'll keep going. I'd be cool to end it on phase 7. And then get to a place where I can then lock in for a month and make an album, you know? And then do promo and all that shit, and just bring some producers and make a proper project. Bro, yeah, Season, and then New York, all the shit that I did out there for Zico, but also collaboratively, Zico and friends, and sessions I A&R'd and stuff like that. Fucking, we called it 15W with Claudio, and Kenji and Steven and Kyle and Solly and Rose and Frankie, B, Woda, Johnny, Tunnelin. And then back in LA, phase 4, phase 5. 10 toes these days, they say. Working with Ethan, Counterfeit, Doubling Down, Play Like Prince, and then Lamp. I mean, bro, there's been a lot of phases of Zico. I feel like I have more clarity than ever, and I also feel like I'm only just getting started. And I just want to be in that place, bro, where I can just have that weight lifted off my shoulder. Just wake up, work on music. I know it's possible, bro, and it's like I'm closer than I've ever fucking been before. So we keep going. You know, we do what we can. And very, 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 very few people will understand this. But you know, I think that misunderstanding is hard to connect. It can be hard to connect because you have people with different situations and different realities, you know? Like my friends who have made it in some regard already, they can't relate. You know, my friends that I don't really have many friends that haven't made it. I'm very intentional with who I surround myself with. I have a lot of peers too that haven't made it yet, but are in a different financial situation, and so yeah, man. Anyway, keep going. That's it. See you next week. Keep you posted. Hopefully we've got some songs out by this next week, so we'll see. I'm going to finish this beat, get it up on a beat store. I think that's the plan too with the beats. I'm just going to go over this real quick too, just for my own sake. But the plan with the beats is make a beat every day and set a 60-minute timer and then get the beat done ideally within 30 minutes. And then upload it to all the sites within the next 30 minutes. So we've got 19 minutes. I'm gonna try to get that shit all done right now. 19 minutes, and then start my 18.6 mile run at 11 p.m. like a psychopath. I guess we'll be running till 3 a.m. and I'll do the newsletter and then get this up. On the right too, so maybe we'll be leaving at like whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. So instead of batching, because I think I feel a lot of resistance. I don't think that's the best way to go about this. Okay, I'm gonna schedule my H&R block thing this week. I'm gonna start this stuff because call Chase, try to get that refund ASAP. Call Chase and explore options. Mention refund. My credit's fucked, but whatever. Borrow money to pay off debt and pay that back at a low rate. So I want to explore that. Look at 1-bedroom apartments. I think Sarah's a 3-day weekend next weekend. Next Sunday. Or Monday. Applying to jobs. You know, continue to do that. Only go on socials to post or intentional learning. I really like that. Stop giving a fuck. Pyramids. Life. Go to bed as soon as possible after work. Plan tomorrow. Reflect. Exit dentist. Reschedule blood work. Ticket thing. Exercise daily, meditate daily. Also have to bathe Cody. Okay, learn one song daily. Practice, learn one song a week. Daily practice guitar, piano, singing, 10 minutes a day for all three combined. 1 to 2 songs out a month. Work on new music and finish. That's not what that says. My fucking handwriting. Work on new music and finish 16 minutes a day. Work on write a 16 a day, 20 minutes. Make sure from video day, 30 minutes. Okay. Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. Make short form video day, 30 minutes for Zico, playlists and White Dots. Post on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Make a beat and put it out. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this page up. I also want to practice gratitude daily, brother. And delusional optimism. AKA self-belief. All right. That's it. Keep going. Appreciate you.